Hello everybody and welcome back to The Binding of Isaac, the Ultimate Vanilla Run. This is the third episode. I've been getting some feedback from a few people, and one of the things that I know I've been doing is a lot of stream of consciousness, starting talking about one thing and running into another. So to help combat this, one of the things that I'm going to do is, hopefully it's convenient for you guys, let me know in the comments, but I'm going to add some annotations every single time an item comes up, or, you know, a trinket, something that has a lot of information attached to it, and I'm still going to talk about it, but I'm going to put a little annotation down there that actually links to the Wikipedia, the Binding of Isaac wiki entry for it. And that way you can click on that and get some more information if you're still curious to know more, or if you don't think I explained it well enough, or if I go off on another tangent and forget to keep talking about it. So let's get into our run right here. I'm still going to stick with Isaac. I still have Cain locked here. And the second I unlock him, I guess I'm going to start going random, just because that way it'll throw a little bit more variety into the run. But for now, I'm just going to stick with Isaac because it's one less thing that I have to explain. Alright, so we have Curse of the Labyrinth. This is one of the things that Wrath of the Lamb put into this game, and basically what it means is, as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, it says Basement XL. That means there is only one basement floor in this run, and it is just the XL floor. It means that there's twice as many rooms, well, about twice as many rooms, and also there's going to be two bosses at the end. One of the other downsides of an XL floor is that that first item room isn't going to be free, and in fact both of them are right here. So normally your first room is always unlocked, so you always get one free item. You don't have to worry about keys. XL floor, not that lucky. Both of them are locked. Just means that there's a little bit more difficulty to it, and I'm going to have to make sure that I get keys, or I'm going to end up behind in the grand scheme of things in terms of items. So far we haven't had any particularly difficult rooms. Something to note, it happened in a previous run where I kind of got hit by one of these guys shooting a blood bullet, and I wasn't expecting it. If they've got the blood gushing from their neck like that, then they will be able to shoot little blobs of blood at you. If they don't, then they're gonna be fine. So I hate these meat things. All I can think of is that they look like a half hock of ham. They got the bones sticking out of them, and they're basically kind of a hemisphere. But they're really annoying because obviously you can't actively shoot an angled shot. You kind of have to run in a direction, give the shot some momentum, and they just like to shoot straight out. Alright, so I found the boss rooms. Basically, what happened is, if I enter this room, I'd get the first boss fight, and then after I finish that, I'll get an item, and then there will be a door out of that room, and it will be into the next boss battle. And that boss battle, when it ends, will create the trapdoor. But I still want some items. I'd like to get some damage up, or at least a use item, something to help me with those boss fights. Alright. Half heart is not useful. I do have two bombs. I could get to this chest, and in fact I think I'm going to. So if I place a bomb here and leave the room, remember from last time, that'll make the blast radius bigger. I'll definitely clear out to that chest, and if that's the secret room right above there, which it could be because there's 3 rooms on each, 3 rooms adjacent to it. Unfortunately it's not. But if it had been, then I would have saved a bomb and still found the secret room. So I've got a key. I'm going to go immediately turn that into an item room. Yeah, I'm going to go to this one. Actually, no, I'm going to go to this one because there's a slight chance that the other one is actually right next to... If you look at the map down, right above my head right now, there's actually a possibility for the secret room right next to the item room. So if I can't get any keys, maybe I can get an extra bomb, and that'll let me in. So this is Blood of the Martyr, so you'll be able to see the annotation. I don't know if I'll put them right on top of the item or like down in the right-hand corner or something where there's some extra space. Blood of the Martyr is really nice. It's a good damage up. As you can see, my tiers are red. After you get a certain number of extra damage ups, I'll explain him in a minute. After you get a decent number of item ups or damage ups, you will your tiers will turn red. So it's a good indicator that you're doing a good bit of damage, which is actually really nice. So the moon takes you to the secret room. So if I can't get another key, and the secret room is next to the second item room, there's a decent possibility that I could actually teleport to that secret room, and if I don't get any extra bombs, and I'm only stuck with the one that I've got, then I could still possibly get into the item room. It's not too big of an issue, but it could still save me a bomb. Possible. We'll wait and see. If I can get another key, I don't even have to worry about it. Since I'm doing okay on damage, the bean! I have destroyed enough poop. So as I mentioned in, like, I think before it was the first episode, I really like destroying all the poop and all the fires, because you never know. You could get one item, even if it, just a coin. Could get a key. I've seen a bomb. It could be a nickel. It could be a game. It could be a run-changing item, a run-changing drop. So this champion, what's he gonna give me? A coin. I mean, there have been runs where it's been like, if only I had one more penny, I could do this, or I could do that. So it never hurts to have as much as you can to help you win. There are runs where you will just wipe the floor with everything, and you will not even have to worry. And you can just, not try in those. Nah, didn't manage to get the other one. But a lot of runs, you're going to be trying to pull off by the skin of your teeth. Two of Hearts. You guys already know what the Two Hearts did. It doubles your health, which basically just means I'm planning on using it right out of this room, because... So as you can see, the secret room is not going to be adjacent to this room, because otherwise I would have a door here. It would be another spike door like the entrance. As you can see, double my health, bam. So I'm back to full health, and I don't have to worry about switching out tarot cards later. This appears to be the last room, save for the boss rooms, of course. So you know what, I'm actually going to take the moon. Alright, so, I was right, and in that, it is next to this room. Now, I don't use bombs nearly as much as I should, but I'm going to use it to save a key. Nice! Halo of Flies. So, if you remember last run, I talked about orbitals. This is one of the more common orbital items. And basically, these two flies are just going to fly around me, and they will basically do damage to fly enemies, and occasionally block shots. You can have up to 3 orbitals around you at one time, so I could find, if I were to find another Halo of Flies, which actually isn't possible due to the way that the items are set up. Actually, that shot was blocked. That one wasn't, but... Let's see. So I am fast enough to stay out from in front of him. That was close. And since he's flying, he can go over rocks and stuff, which means that I probably don't want to be going into those little small corridors, because he can get me from a side that I can't shoot him before he can hit me. So I'm just going to do a little dance around here. Got him. So as you can see, I get an item. This is the wooden spoon. It just pretty standard speed up. As you can see, I'm going decently faster. But yeah, as I mentioned with the cube of meat as an orbital, the cube of meat damages any type of enemy, whereas the flies, whether it's a pretty fly, which you can get from arcade machines, from slot machines, those will only damage flies. So if he were to run into me, he wouldn't take any damage from the Halo of Flies, but he would take damage if I had had a cube of meat or the sacrificial dagger, which I have not unlocked yet, I don't think. So I did not take any red heart damage. Wow, that's a lot of spirit hearts. I did not take any red heart damage during this boss fight, which is the one that matters. The previous boss fight only matters when it comes to general floor red heart damage. Ooh. Dead Cat or the Pact. Normally I actually don't take these. Normally I just kind of say, don't worry about it. But I would have a lot of good damage. You know what? Screw it. So this took me down to 1 heart, and then this will kill me. Takes me down to 0, but it gives me 2 spirit hearts. The reason I took them in that order is I haven't died, or I didn't die from taking either of those. I would have died if I had taken the dead cat second, I believe, because it would have put me in negative, and I wouldn't have had enough spirit hearts. But because the pact gives you 2 spirit hearts, it prevents you from dying. So I have some pretty nuts damage right now. I'm doing a lot of damage. If you look at the escape menu here, my damage is at 5. 5 little ticks. I do not want you to die. No, let's not do that. So I'm doing some pretty good damage. I'm not yet one-shotting some enemies that would be nice to one-shot. Stupid damage. I dodged right into it. But I'm still going to be clearing rooms pretty fast. Yes, open up the open up the room so that I don't have to work as hard. Come on, guys. Yikes. Those guys pretty much just fire randomly. Okay, so this is the goat's hoof. This is a trinket. Basically, it just increases my speed. Doesn't do anything else. Just I'm a little bit faster. It's kind of hard to notice because I'm already going pretty fast. See, so we've got 2 bombs. I would also really like to show you guys a fun little exploit of the dead cat. That's actually really nice, but it requires me to have a good number of bombs because I have the damage to do it. At least I think, anyway. I don't have a use item, which means it's not as dangerous to attempt it. Well, let's see what this item is. Mom's lipstick. Just a range up. It's not bad though. It means I can shoot further and get about 2/3 of the way across the room. We use the bomb trick. 4 bombs. Alright. I cannot get these keys. I would have to have flying. There's no other way of getting them. Man, I can't one-shot spiders. That makes me sad. One-shotting spiders is just really nice because their movements are relatively erratic. So if you can one-shot them, you don't have to worry about... Well, you don't have to worry about them nearly as much. So I am not going to have the bombs to exploit the dead cat just yet. Though depending on who this boss is, I might just go for it anyway. I'll have to see. Oh, the hollow. I can't do it with the hollow. They might kill me, but I can't exploit the dead cat with them. If I have the chance to do it, I will explain how it works, why it works, and what my criteria is for attempting it. It's basically just a version of game breaking, doing things that may or may not have been intended. Dog food. I didn't want dog food. Oh. Yeah, see, so I got an HP up, but I'm already in debt to the devil. I was at 1 spirit heart, or 1 red heart, and I took a 2 heart cost item, and it put me at -1 red heart, which means that taking in general HP up took me from -1 to 0. So if I were to get another HP up right now, I would actually get it. I would end up with a red heart. Unfortunately, I don't really want one because I'm already running on spirit hearts, and if you die with the dead cat, then you come back with one red heart. It doesn't matter anything. It literally doesn't matter what you had. You could have had 12 red hearts. If you die, then you are going to end up with 1 red heart when you come back. Well, that champion was kind of nice. Give me some money. Gotta be really careful with this. Nice. I've got enough damage to do that. Yeah, I couldn't avoid that. Good. Still 2 spirit hearts. I'm not... Oh gosh, I meant to go up. Wow, I can't believe I avoided damage there. I was lucky. Gotta watch out, these guys are exploding. Alright, so I found a boss room. The one positive side is that I have not taken any red heart damage because I have no red hearts. It's kind of a benefit. So where's just fighting the boss now? I want to go find the item room. Hopefully it's something awesome. So, I kind of touched on this. Oh gosh, I don't want to die. Dang it, the leaper caught on fire. I should have put these fires out first thing. Luckily these little Isaac spider heads do not catch fire. Yeah, I mentioned it in a previous episode. But, let's see, now I'm trying to remember. If you shoot them, they will not open. So I don't know why I'm shooting him. Oh, he's firing fast. Got him. Okay. Jeez, another one. Right, I was thinking about devil rooms. I mentioned it in a previous episode, but I cannot get an angel room now. I have taken a deal with the devil. So even though I've seen a deal with the devil room and I would technically have a chance, I won't, because I actually took it, I won't. Oh man. Bob's curse, I can do it. I can use, oh boy, should I is the question. Only got 1 spirit heart. I don't know if I should really clear these rooms, I'm just gonna hurt myself. If I had scapular, this would be significantly better. Oh jeez. Didn't think he was gonna make it through that gap. Oh, he's flying, I'm silly. Alright. So because I have the opportunity to, and because I think I will, now let's see what's in this challenge room first. I think I'm going to attempt the exploit of the dead cat. It's kind of, normal chest isn't worth the risk right now. I'm tempted to just not even go into that room until I finish, but... this room is not a difficult room. With the damage that I have, this room isn't a challenge. Because... I can, like, 3-shot those and 3-shot these. Yeah. That one could be a problem. I trapped myself in a corner where I did not want to be trapped in a corner. Your mobility and your ability to dodge shots is something you need to kind of always be thinking about. If you do not have the ability to dodge a shot, then you're going to take damage. But if you leave yourself out in the open, if you trap yourself in a corner where you don't have any way of getting out, you're basically asking the enemies to just come in and hug you and just do tons of damage to you. Let's see. What's a boss that I would do this on? Well, if it's a horseman, I don't have a choice. I think I could do Chubb. Well, let's see how this fight goes. See how my damage is. Alright, so Chubb. I don't think I've actually seen Chubb yet. Chubb is kind of like Dodongo. Dodoro? Yeah, actually, all the Zelda fans are gonna. Ah, darn it. So I died, which is unfortunate. But that means that I got dead catted. Now I've got 1 red heart. Honestly, I don't know how red hearts work when you die in with the dead cat and you are in negative with the devil. I think it resets your debt with the devil as well. But I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, Chubb spawns a bunch of these little silkworms, and he will just rush at you. One of the things you can do is drop a bomb, and he will eat it if he runs into it. I'm really fast, but I don't have as much damage as I think I do. It's part of the problem. My tears turned red, and I took the pact, but it's not as good as I wanted. But I think I'm going to give this a shot. room. I don't want to become Guppy again. It's not worth it to me. Now the problem is I don't know if this is going to work. It's worth a shot. So, the way this exploit works is I have 8 lives. I have 8 lives. And if I kill myself in this room after defeating the boss, which I can do with 1 bomb, nope, I spawn in the devil room. So because I went into the devil room, I can't do this. So I wasted a life. But the boss would normally respawn. And if the boss respawns, then you get another item from it. So if you have all 9 lives, you can kill yourself 8 times and get 8 items. 8 additional items. Oh wait, I did get Chub. So, as you can see, oh geez. Well, there's a heart there. But basically, the entire thing relies on you being able to kill the boss when you only have 1 heart. Because you only get 1 heart back, and if you pick up any HP ups from the pedestal that spawns, it doesn't actually help you. Because if you kill yourself, A, it's going to take you more bombs to kill yourself if you pick up an HP up. And B, if you actually like make an attempt to do, oh gosh, that was close. If you actually do manage to kill yourself, then you wasted the item that you would have gotten. So if you kill yourself all the way down to only having 1 life left, the idea is that the items that you would get from the pedestal will make up for the not having of 9 lives. I got another devil room. Magic 8 ball's not that great. Yeah, so the items are going to always be the same. There's a spirit heart there. See, I could take these. Neither of these are HP up items. But let's just not worry about it. So once again, I start here, and then because when you start in the devil room, it doesn't want to do anything shenanigans like drop you back in a boss room that could have an enemy in it. So it kind of puts you back to the starting room of the floor. It's pretty much just a safety check that the coding does to make sure that it's to prevent exploits, because obviously exploits happen. So luckily I've got some red hearts hanging out. I have always avoided the trapdoor when doing this, but it can happen, I think. So this is a champion chub. You can have champion versions of bosses. This one is significantly faster, but also has less health. So I messed up. Basically every single time I mess up is going to be 1 less item that I get from doing this, which is unfortunate, but that champion chub could outspeed me, and it got me killed. Basically my goal here is to just lay as much damage into him as I can. Try and avoid those silkworms. If those silkworms start getting in my way, I'm going to have no choice but to start killing them. He is also capable of killing his own silkworms. I'm just going to kill this one while I have a chance. And almost. Got him. So another devil room, coat hanger, that's not bad. Devil room's gonna have the exact same stuff. If I kill myself in here, I'll just end up right outside the door instead of having to go all the way back through the level, so it'll just save me a little bit of time. So far, 3 good items. Well, arguable. Yeah. So I trapped myself in a corner there, and it was really bad. I should have just run out through the silkworm. I would have taken a half heart of damage, but I could have recovered that with the hearts that are sitting out on the floor. Yeah, I really just need to get rid of these silkworms. They're trapping me where I don't want to get trapped. Making split-second decisions is not something that you want to have to do, because split-second decisions are where you make bad decisions, where you make mistakes. I could start using bombs on him. So if I accidentally hit that pedestal, I'm going to be in for a world of hurt, because you do the Zelda thing where you hold it above your head and you're like, oh, this is the item I got. And during that time, you are not invincible. Cancer. No, yeah, I think that's cancer. I think that's cancer. So one of the other hopes is that you get some HP ups, and that way you can actually end up. So I had 3 hearts when I took Dead Cat, and technically I had 1 because I took the pact beforehand, but I only took the pact because I was also going to take the Dead Cat and hope that I'd have a chance to do this. Oh gosh. Sorry, I took my hand off the keyboard and went to put it back and accidentally hit E and dropped a bomb. But technically, if I get... Cancer is an HP up. And if I get 1 more, then technically I'll be back at starting health. Oh gosh, we got another champion chub. We got another champion chub. I'm just debating whether or not to just kill him or whether I actually need to take care of his spawn. This chub is slower, has more health, and he drops those green nodules. He's not really spawning any, so I'm not too worried about that one. If that one manages to hit me, I'll only ever take half a heart from his shots, which I can easily get back. Okay, so that's 2 HP ups. So I'm gonna kill myself 1 more time. Now this is the risky part, because I don't have any extra lives. I have to kill him. And I can do something silly like this, and grab an HP up immediately. And now I can survive 1 hit from him or from his silkworms and be able to recover it off the floor. I think that's the best idea. The best plan that I've got right now. Oh gosh, I'm running into the hearts and they're slowing me down because I have to push them out of the way. That was close. There are so many red hearts just littering this room. It would take me messing up really, really bad to use all these up. Alright, so, and meat. So meat is a slight damage up. So one of the things you'll notice is that this podium right now, there's actually 5, 6 of these. I forget how many I had. I think 6. There are actually 6 pedestals sitting right here, which actually means that when you bump into it, you're bumping into 6 pedestals, which kind of have a little bit of a spring back. Stem cells. Sorry, it wasn't cancer, it was stem cells. Cancer is a trinket. So that's another health up. So my health is already... The coat hanger's a tears up, so I'm shooting significantly faster. So I definitely have a net benefit. And I'm going to have a bunch of annotations for all these items. The crystal ball, it gives me that wonderful little purple hat that I've got, and it gives me a tarot card. Pageant boa just gives me a bunch of money, which I could actually go to the shop right now. I've got only 1 key though. And I have 2 of diamonds. Oh, I've got the 2 of diamonds. I didn't notice that was the tarot card I picked up. 2 of diamonds doubles your money. So I don't want to go to the shop right now. So yeah, this podium is just really springy. It's so much springier when there's 9. If you manage to get all the possible items you can off of Dead Cat, which I did not do, this podium is just ridiculous. Like, it gets exponentially worse, and if you try and pick it up and you just kind of play it badly, it can knock you into the trapdoor before you get all the items. As you can see, I'm pretty close to doing this is kind of fun. I'm going to hold off on going to the shop on this floor simply because I only have 1 key. Oh, Curse of the Lost. Alright, so this is the run of curses, it would seem. I'm doing really well, so I'm not all that concerned about it. But Curse of the Lost isn't really that bad, depending. It's bad on later floors, but it's not too bad on earlier floors. It kind of depends on your items, it really does, because Curse of the Lost basically just makes the floor bigger. It doesn't do the Curse of the Labyrinth thing where it doubles the floor and kind of smacks them all into one. But it definitely makes the level just significantly bigger. And I almost moved on to spikes. So it can be good if you're, pretty stacked and you actually get net benefit from when you enter a room. And when I say net benefit, I mean if I walk into this room and I take damage and I get a key, was that, X amount of damage that I took worth the damage that... Oh my... worth the damage that I took. So if you enter a room, like this one, where you don't get anything, if you take damage, it's a strict loss. But if you can do that, if you can just in general go through rooms and clear them without taking damage, it's overall worth having a bigger floor, because your chances of getting more stuff out of it, more, you know, more pennies that you can get, you know, something like that, it just gives you a net benefit overall. So what I'm going to be using this 2 of diamonds for is I'm going to be trying to unlock Cain. I need 55 pennies. Doesn't matter how I get them, just so long as I have them at one time. Which basically means that I can wait until I have 28 coins, use it, and then bam. Alright, so this is the Child's Heart. It has a higher chance of red heart drops. Just like the Pearl does Spirit Hearts, it increases the chance of red hearts. Now, I haven't taken any red heart damage yet. I'm doing good on damage, so I'm just going to do this. So, Monster 2. Oh my. I don't know how that missed me, but we're going to be doing this again. I know it's kind of cheesy, but believe me, the boss fight otherwise is really long, it's really tedious, and honestly, it could kill me. The hard part with this is because I'm shooting so fast and my tears are decently powerful, I am actively moving him. Which means that if I jam him into a corner where I can't get to one side of him, he's going to start firing otherwise. One of these times, if I'm really stacked, I will show you the Monstro fight. Oh, nice. So Pentagram's a good damage up. It's a nice damage up. I think it's just a straight 1. But the Pentagram is actually one of those items that gives you an increased chance of spawning Devil Rooms. It gives you a flat 10%. I want to say it might be 20%. I'm going to have a link to the wiki, and it'll clarify, but I'm pretty sure it's at least 10. Oh, baby. Do I want Spirit of the Night? Do I want Spirit of the Night? Do I want Spirit of the Night? So this is Brimstone. I got it on like my first run, and it's pretty powerful, but honestly, I don't know if I want it right now. Mostly because it gets to be just a really duplicate run. Like, it's kind of fun, but it's really duplicate. Spirit of the Night is flying. And also Spectral Tears. Let's do it. Why not? Spirit of the Night, I am scary. And actually, I very much am. But as you can see, my tears are kind of transparent. That just means that I can shoot through rocks. And, you know, just other obstacles. But it's pretty much just rocks. But yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. We had a demon baby on the first floor that I said I would explain. A demon beggar. This is a demon beggar. He's just like a normal beggar, but instead of taking coins, he takes hearts. I'm sorry, I forgot about that one. Sometimes they're worth it, sometimes they're not. It depends. If it's one of those things where, like, I know I've got a half heart sitting in the boss room, and I know I've got... see, I don't care about spikes. I know I've got that half heart sitting there, so I'll probably just throw him a bone, because honestly, they can pay out whenever. Like, they really can. I've seen them pay out on the first coin, I've seen them pay out on, like, the 20th coin. You never really know. Come on, man, I need, like, 7 more coins. I might unlock that, I've got a lot of keys. Sacrificial room. And now we short circuit the zombies. I find this really funny. They can't get to me. Their pathing algorithm cannot reach here because of the pits. So they just freeze. However, if I'm over a pit, if I am over a pit, they will actually go for me. Assuming, like, so when I step over the ground, it refreshes their pathing to come at me. But if I'm in the pit, it basically treats the pit as what I was previously walking on. So if I'm over the pit, they can't get to me because they think I'm still over someplace they can't get to. But if I've been someplace they can get to, they think the pit is someplace they can get to, and they keep trying. I know that's very wordy and not very clear or sane, but that's how it works. Why not? Tammy's head. You guys have seen this item before. Basically, it just shoots a tear out in every direction, north, south, east, west, and the diagonals. And they basically just are duplicates of your tears. So if you get Tammy's head and something like Sacred Heart, which I'm really looking forward to showing a Sacred Heart run, because Sacred Heart runs are usually absolutely shenanigans. Oh wow. I say usually because they're not always. If you get Sacred Heart, It's not a guaranteed win. You can still mess it up. It's good, but I mean, it doesn't make a run. I mean, it can, but it doesn't always. So these guys are obnoxious. Mostly because they can get to me wherever I go. And that head chose to detach. As you can see, I can shoot through rocks, which makes my life so much easier. And overall, this room was a success, because although I did take damage, I think I actually gained net health. What's in here? You know, it's a normal chest, but I'm looking for coins. And I think that I can net benefit from this. I think I can. I might not be able to, but I think I can. Leapers. At least there's no fire in here. My damage is pretty darn good right now. So Spectral Tears also have this fun thing of kind of being zombie killers. Actually, no, that's Brimstone. I'm thinking you can go through their heads with the Spectral Tears, but you can't. With Brimstone, if you catch the right angle on these guys, you can actually hit them through their faces, which is really nice. Oh gosh, Super Troll Bomb. At least I dodged it. Oh, I didn't even use Tammy's head. I totally whiffed on it. That would have been really useful with the demon babies. Or angel babies, I guess they were. So remember, get it to go to this side, kill it. Rinse and repeat. So I'm basically invulnerable in this room because these guys can't possibly get to me, and they're not really going to be walking away from me in this direction, so they just kind of have to walk around it, and I can still hit them on their sides. Super Troll Bombs do not care about pits either. Okay. This is the Rosary. One other thing that Spectral Tears does is it makes it harder to... it makes it harder to kill poop and fires. It's really not that significant, but it's kind of worth mentioning. Alright, so I think grand total I've got a heart and a half hanging out on this floor somewhere other than the boss room or in that room, so I'm actually going to go to the Demon Beggar and throw him a bone. He's up here, isn't he? If you notice, on the minimap, his symbol is actually a slot machine. Because he kind of is like a slot. What's this tarot card? The High Priestess. So the High Priestess basically takes a giant foot and slams it down on an enemy in the room. Okay, he's not going to pay out. I don't really want it. Okay, good. I don't really want it. If you use it alone on yourself, if you just use it and you're like, I don't need this card, let me just use it, and you're the only thing in the room, it's going to smack down on you and its mom. So she does a good, I think it's full heart or two of damage to you. It hurts. It's bad. I've done it. Try not to do it. As long as there is at least one other enemy in the room, even if it is a fly, it will go for that. But if you are alone, you are fair game. Yeah, okay, I was right. So, depth 2, this is mom fight. And as you can see, up top, it actually shows the womb now. Let's see what we got. Okay, we got some leapers. I guess these aren't leapers. I forget what they're called, actually. These are basically asshole leapers, because I take so much damage to them. I'm so bad at tracking when they jump. Bomb, okay. I've totally been whiffing on the secret room. I probably could have found it, and that would have given me enough. And I've got enough bombs to do it, so I really should be remembering. I'm so busy trying to explain all the stuff that's going on that I'm not doing the normal stuff that I would do. At least not all of it. With this many bombs, secret room is like easy. Especially because I have a goal. Like, it's worth me failing this run to unlock Cain. Partially because I just want to have all the characters, and that way I can start rolling up random in these runs and just kind of playing the odds a little bit more, giving some more variety. I really enjoy playing as Isaac. He doesn't have any internal or inherent benefits, but he also doesn't have any inherent, you know, deficits. So this is one of these exploits of flying and spectral tears, is that they cannot possibly hit me. There's no way that Chubb can hit me as long as I'm hovering above these rocks. He will hit the rocks, and he'll be like, oh, I'm sad. I can't do any damage to you. Now, if he had some sort of explosive attack that could destroy rocks, or spawned an enemy that could jump on top of rocks, then I'd have to be worried. But he doesn't, so I don't. Brains. These brains are a little silly. They go from being relatively challenging enemies, because if there's just a ton of them... Oh, Justice. Justice is nice. It basically gives you one of every spawn. It means that this heart can do all sorts of fun stuff. It can spawn as a red heart, it can spawn as a full heart, it can spawn as a half red heart or a full heart. It can be a spirit heart, and it can also occasionally be an eternal heart. The chance of that is slim, but it can happen. The bomb can be a troll bomb, it can be a super troll bomb, the coin can be a penny, it can be a nickel, it can be a dime. Kind of just whatever. As long it's basically just a general spawn of that type. Key is capable of being a golden key, I do believe, but that's the only variant. I am not going to fight Mom yet. I still need 4 coins. This is... I forget what it's actually called. It's the umbilical cord. It's not that great. Basically, when you get down to half heart, it spawns a familiar for you to help aid you. Oh gosh. I hate these rocks. So, the gray one, or the brown ones will despawn, but this one will always stay, and if you get close enough, it will just try and crush you. Let's see how long it's taking me to kill these fires. It's taking forever. Alright, let's see what I get. The Hierophant. Well, almost made me use the 2 of diamonds before I wanted to. Hierophant, as I mentioned, is two spirit hearts, which is nice. We're running on a lot of health, despite the fact that we're only on 2 red hearts. We're almost 6 spirit hearts. I need to start remembering to be using Tammy's head. Now let's try finding the secret room. If I can use this 2 of diamonds earlier than later, I'd like to. It's not a bad card to hold on to, but considering that I have the keys and if I double it, the money to enter the shop, that was pretty simple and fast. Those spikes could have caused an issue. But because I have the ability to enter the shop, like, I really don't want to wait and save the 2 of diamonds for the next floor, because... Wow, okay, that was nice. I found a range up and a golden chest. And now I can shoot off the screen, so I basically don't have to worry about being able to hit stuff anymore. Unfortunately, I set off that 4th one a little late, and yeah, I should have dodged that, but I didn't. Pill. Do I dare? Tears up. Okay. RN Jesus loves me. I only need 1 more coin. Actually, no, I need 2. I'm lying. I cannot math. Come on, Poop. This is the perfect time for you to drop coins. Don't need keys. I really don't want to. Oh, I could blow up the vending machine. Or I could blow it up. It has a chance of dropping coins if I blow it up. I feel like the real way you're supposed to unlock Cain is to play the slot machines a lot and then get the dollar, because that's one of the things you can get when you play the slot machines. If you play it enough, it will eventually explode, and it can explode in a few different ways. It'll just explode. It'll just be like, oh, you played me enough, instead of paying out, I'm just going to explode. You can bomb it, or you can play it so much that when you basically just rolls to $1. You get dollar, dollar, dollar instead of coins and other stuff, and it just pays out with $1. It explodes and it gives you the dollar on a pedestal. Listen, I just want a coin. Oh, nice. Alright, standard. So this guy actually shoots one of those. Oh gosh, asshole leapers. Basically the way that I fight leapers is I just kind of stare at the center of the screen and kind of zone out. Why am I not using that? It's such a good item. I just kind of zone out and stare at the center of the screen and just wait until I see... Well, now I can double my coins. I've unlocked Cain! Go figure. I didn't know that would happen. And the Lucky Foot. So the Lucky Foot is Cain's item that he gets. Basically, I mean, it does what it says it does. It gives you luck. Sorry I had to sneeze there for a second. I had to mute my mic. But it gives you luck. It doesn't actually change your luck stat. There is a luck stat in this game. It doesn't actually change your luck stat, but it kind of gives you some benefits. Greed. Cannot greed farm this one. But I can. Well, that didn't do much. Unfortunately, greed showed up in the worst possible place, which is the place that I cannot use him. Tears down. Okay, I guess that counteracts the other pill that I got. RNGesus didn't like my sarcastic remarks. But the Lucky Foot gives you some interesting benefits, such as all pills are positive, which is pretty sweet. So having this much damage means that this boss fight's probably going to go pretty quick. Yes, kill that. Got him. You gotta be careful with the eye. I forgot to mention this in previous iterations of the game. The eye, if you stand too close to it, basically Mom's hand will reach out and try and punch you. And it'll probably succeed because it's really fast. Already got her down to a quarter health, it looks like. That time I got a little lucky because... Ah! Okay, Mom. Trying to make me look the fool. It's really not worth me going after the enemies right now. Just because I've taken so much damage this fight. Alright, so health up, that's nice. Spirit heart. So I'm back to okay standards of health. Might as well go down. But since there's no more shops, it's not really worth me having this much money, which is unfortunate because I could have spent this money at so many shops and greed just decided to show up. And I forgot to look for the secret room again, but mostly because I don't need the secret room at this point. There are a few secret room items you can get, but I'm trying to not make this a 2-hour run. Because eventually I'm going to have a 2-hour run or something absolutely ridiculous. This is another one of those bosses that is Fistula. He does show up as a boss. I think he started as full Fistula too. It can be hard when you don't have much damage, but when you've got this much damage, you just eat through him. And when you can fly and just sit over rocks, it's like it's a trivial fight. Because he's one of those enemies that even though they fly or they look like they're flying, they will be affected by rocks and other just debris. Game. So the game has decided that I'm going to get to $1, and I'm not going to be able to spend it, which is kind of nice. If only I had money equals power. I actually... that was dangerous. So I have not used this pill yet. Balls of Steel. Sweet. I'm glad there's a Balls of Steel pill. And these are another enemy that's trivialized by having Flight and Spectral Tears. If I didn't have Spectral Tears, my tears would all be being destroyed by the rock that I'm sitting on, which is why I really like this item, because sometimes, I mean, getting flying is usually good, especially if you can get it for free. If it's an item room item, like, you're not gonna not take flying. But, unfortunately, oh gosh, another doppelganger. Yeah, this isn't gonna be a hard room, but you wouldn't ever really say no to flying, but you can't exploit it as hard unless you have Spectral Tears. And Spectral Tears are good, but they're not great. You know what? Screw it. Yeah, that's something I didn't really want. Tammy's head, useful. Pretty sure this is gonna go Monstro next. Nope, Chub, then Monstro. A lot of these challenge rooms, this is just a challenge room, this isn't a boss challenge room, despite the fact that I'm going to see only bosses. It's just because it's on a higher floor. There's pretty much a standard loadout in the challenge rooms based on the floor that you're on. It's basically just supposed to scale with difficulty, so if you're really far behind, challenge rooms are not usually a good idea. Usually they're not worth it, especially because, honestly, as I said, I got a trinket that I'm not even going to use. Rusty Key has a chance of giving me more, it just increases my key drop chance. Like, when there's going to be a general drop that it would just say, hey, make this random, it'll have a higher chance of grabbing keys. Doesn't do anything else, and honestly, I like being fast. Being able to dodge shots easier is always good. You will not notice that you are slow until you're really slow, until it's too late to be useful. Like a single speed down pill can end a run. And that sounds a little silly, but like Blighted Ovum, like some of those bosses where they just start chasing you, if you don't have a lot of damage and you have speed down, I can tell you exactly what's going to happen. They're going to chase you until you die. Like, if you can't, you have to kill them before, you know, before you stop taking damage, because they're just going to be standing on top of you. And every single time your invincibility after you get hit goes away, they'll hit you again immediately. So if you don't have enough damage and you're too slow, they will just outright kill you. It will be a run-ending boss. Which is why taking pills just willy-nilly like I do can be really dangerous, because you can effectively just end your run. So I might be able to... silly doppelganger. I might be able to kill my doppelganger. Yeah, man. I wasn't sure if I was going to have to use Tammy's head on him. And honestly, I should just be using Tammy's head more often, because it's really good. Okay, so I wasn't entirely on top of that rock, so I took some damage, which is unfortunate. But it serves me right for trying to cheese every room that I come across. Really, you guys? Yeah, it's kind of cheating, I know. I mean, as I've said in previous runs, it's not really cheating. It's not cheating unless you load up Spider Mod and just, you know, give yourself every item that you have and say, okay, I'm going to start the run with every item in the game and see how this goes. It's a little cheap, but in roguelikes, especially ones that are challenging, you got to take every advantage you can get. It's a strategy. It's the advantage you're given by the items that you have. Another doppelganger. I'm just gonna... okay. That's right. This doppelganger is flying, which means that I can't actually kill him with the spikes. Just makes me think that the spikes are just a default. Like, oh, there's a doppelganger in this room. Spawn spikes in a corner. Spawn some sort of trap. So, we've got a few options here. My tiers are a little bit faster than his, so I can do this. I could also just Tammy's head, which I missed with because I'm bad. One of the more common... Okay, so this was actually really nice. My flies actually blocked that shot. That shot would have hit me. One of the other strategies of doppelgangers, if you don't have flying, or if you don't have any like keys to get the... Wow, that was bad. 98! We're gonna hit 99, guys. If you don't have any keys to like unlock the block, like you saw in one of the runs that I had, that was the way that it prevented you from immediately killing your doppelganger on the spikes. If you don't have the damage to take care of enemies blocking the way, you know, if there's some reason that you can't in any other way kill your doppelganger in the room without standing and shooting him, bombs. It's not something that you think about right away, but if you drop a bomb, like here, where I'm standing now, your doppelganger will be over here. So if you drop a bomb here and then quickly rush over, the bomb will explode in your doppelganger's face. Which is really useful. Conquest. Awesome. Conquest is one of the horsemen, so I'm going to get a cube of meat. He is one of the more annoying horsemen because he has Crack the Sky, which is a use item we haven't seen yet. Also, he does this. He's not doing a very good job of trying to hit me. So this is Crack the Sky. There's a use item, it's a feather. I don't think I've unlocked it yet. It's just called Crack the Sky, and it does that. If they're random, it's not like they're not trying to do anything like predict your movement. They just go wherever they damn well please. I mean, they're not like one-shot kills or anything like that, but they hurt. And any damage that you can avoid is always, you know, damage you want to avoid. So, he likes sitting over in this corner. He seems to be locked into that corner, so... Yeah, he seems to be really locked into this corner. Okay. He started spawning... He started shooting homing tears. Those are what the purple tears are. I haven't actually seen any homing items yet. So this is the white pony. It's kind of an interesting use item. There's also a black pony as well that you can get from another horseman. But basically, it gives you flight. If I didn't already have flying, I would now, just by having this use item. Which is pretty cool, actually. It can be really nice to have early. But also, if you hit spacebar, the next direction... Oh, yeah. It basically cracks the sky, and the next direction you go shoots... Like, you go really fast. So you're invincible during that, and you also do damage to stuff that you hit. So it's a good way of, like, you know, doing damage. Am I crazy? So that's the mark. The 3 6s spiraling out from the center. Or I guess they could be 3 9s, but considering that people consider 666 to be the number of the beast. I'm going to say no. That's like a 2 damage up. It's really nice, but it would leave me with 1 red heart, which is literally 1 hit. I mean, I'd have a half a spirit heart, which would be nice. But overall, it would be bad. I'm going to look for the secret room. Wow, first try. Sure, why not? I can get some tarot cards. I can get another trinket. I can get spirit hearts. I want spirit hearts. Give me spirit hearts, please. I don't want to think for myself. Okay, why not? Hermit. The hermit takes you directly to the shop, but there is no shop, so it's kind of silly. At this point, it acts as a random teleport because there's no shop. Whenever there's an item that would take you somewhere, if there isn't one, it becomes a random teleport. So the moon takes you to the secret room. If there is no secret room, which is possible, as I've mentioned, but also extremely unlikely. Haha, karma. So, despite the fact that I had a stupid amount of money, the game decided it was going to be kind and give me a beggar. Oh, God. Game. Oh, look, blast assists. Trivialized by rocks. Still, after that one time that I was sitting on a rock and didn't actually have protection of the rocks, I'm now a little worried. Okay, so now he can actually fit between those rocks and I can shoot him. Come on, come on. Sorry, I'm running on 4 hits and I'm dead here, so this is not trivial. And well, it may be a trivial fight, but it's not without risk. Once you pop their bubbles, they no longer have the ability to shoot stuff. They just kind of flop around on the ground. Oh, this game is trolling me so hard. Hey, look, you can have a beggar. Oh gosh, I. The eyes are just dangerous because they fire so fast. Once they fired, you can't dodge it. Ooh, tears up, sure. But yeah, so if there is no secret room, which is possible, the moon would just teleport you wherever. Oh gosh, mini hollow. If there is no item room, which is basically anything past the depths, then the stars becomes a random teleport, and I just walked right into that. Thought I had decent damage. That was a lie. Okay, good. I'm trying to think of the ones that are teleports to specific places. There is no such thing as no boss room, so the Emperor will always take you somewhere. Come on, heart. Masks of Infamy are really annoying. They will chase you down. This is why I'm glad I have so much range up. If you get too close to the hearts shoot at you. And the masks just kind of run around. The masks are invulnerable, you have to kill the hearts. Each heart has a mask associated with it, and when you kill the heart, the mask dies as well. There's actually a boss called the Mask of Infamy, and it is kind of bad. So, I'm running on 2 hearts. This is... okay, that's good. There's actually a heart in the beggar room that I didn't grab. This guy, I forget his name. He is a boss that can show up on lower levels, on earlier levels. He's not that hard if you've got enough damage to be able to do decent damage to flies. Wow, I thought I killed that. So when those flies die, they shoot the green shots. The real question is, where do I think the boss is? Because right now I want to get to the boss as fast as I possibly can. At this point, I'm probably net losing on rooms. So if I get hit once, I'm not kidding, unless there's a heart in that room. Game, stop trolling me. Sure, I'll have more money. Because there's an arcade. So this is one of those times where, as much as I don't want to, as much as I don't want to, I have to go gamble. I'm gonna go grab this heart from up here, though. As much as I hate gambling, gambling can make or break a run. It absolutely can. And if it does, there's no reason that it shouldn't be done. You know, I'm at 2.5 hearts, I can explore more of the floor. As I say this... Wait. I've got an idea. Okay, that did not work nearly as well as I hoped. Well, this might be the end of my run. I was hoping to beat the run 3 times in a row. But if I mess up this room at all... oh boy. Yeah, see, now I have to go gamble, because if I can get 1 heart... I've got 95 cents to pump into... okay, I guess it's 94. To pump into this stuff, and possibly get hearts out. If I'm lucky, it'll give me hearts really fast. And I can leave and... oh gosh. Okay, so we've just lowered my efficiency at this by a whole lot. Because now I can't actually gamble twice at a time. I guess it means maybe I should actually try and... there's no actual way to predict the shell game. It is completely random. You can't follow the shells. I don't need keys. I'll take them for whatever reason, but I don't need them. I guess money's useful. I'm just shooting because if there's a fly that spawns, I don't want it to get close to me at all. Because that fly can kill me. Hearts, come on! The problem is, what's going to happen is he's going to give me Skittle, which is sometimes good, but when I have 1 heart and I'm on the womb, is bad. Hearts. If only for the reason that if he gives me Skittle, I can't get any more hearts out of him. It's possible that I do the mom fight, the mom's heart fight. Oh, that's really good. Okay. I'm gonna save that spirit heart if I can, because that spirit heart, is something that I can't refill back up. You know, it's not like a red heart container where if red hearts drop, I can get more, and I still have to find the boss. If I knew where the boss was, then I would just be gambling until I had enough health to where I think I could take the boss. But since I don't know where the boss is, I could still get red heart drops from a room. So it's a waste of my time if I go if I've got the spirit heart and I go into a room and I've got full red hearts and a spirit heart and I go into a room and I take 1 heart of damage and a red heart spawns. It's actually worse. It's bad for me. Oh yes. I didn't want to compare with sure. If a red heart were to spawn, it wouldn't actually help me. It would be 100% useless to me because I don't have a red heart container to fill it up with because I took the spirit heart and damage. Which basically just translates out to don't take spirit hearts until you aren't gonna have any red hearts left. If I knew where the boss was, I would take spirit heart because I wouldn't be going anywhere except straight to the boss. Because every room I fight here is a risk that I'm not going to make it out. I took so much. Oh gosh. Yep. Okay. That was really close to the end of the run because I'm debating finding the secret room. The secret room may or may not have a slot machine in it. If it has a slot machine, or if it even if it has a I should bomb from this room. Even if it were to have a tarot machine, a fortune teller machine, yeah, I can at least get spirit hearts out of this. Speak of the devil. Ask again later. I'm gonna keep asking. That's the red patch. Basically, every time you get hit, you have a chance to increase your damage. Which I would argue, if you're planning on getting hit a lot, sure, that's great. If you don't have any other trinket, might as well take it. Like, it's helpful. Oh, you accidentally got hit. Well, at least you had a chance for your damage to go up, and if it did, great, it's helping you clear the room. But if you already have a trinket that's useful, like being faster, being able to dodge shots, being able to avoid damage, you know, if you die, if you're dead but you can do 1,000 damage a shot, it doesn't matter, you're dead. So, you know, it's kind of one of those catch-22s. I'm not planning on taking damage. If I take hits, I'm taking 3 hits. I can't survive 4. Well, I can if I actually get to full health and have a spirit heart. Well, at least I'm not going to have any shortage of bombs on that final Mom's Heart fight, which will help me. Bombs are valuable. Honestly, 24 bombs is overkill. 26 bombs is definitely overkill. Okay. So, I'm actually going to run with this. Even though I do not have full health, because everything does a full heart of damage, it really doesn't matter. And you know what? Just because... Okay, it was a coin. Whatever. There could have been a heart in there. Having a full heart just looks nice. But because I take full hearts of damage, a half heart is effectively the same as a full heart in this case. It will still take 5 hits to kill me. I got one of the eyes. Unfortunately, I missed with that bomb. Wow, I thought that was gonna die. And it's got poison damage on it, which is really nice. It basically just means that Mom's Heart is going to be ticking away. I totally forgot that I had poison damage on this. And I forgot to drop a bomb. So Mom's Heart is already in the final stage. This is really good for me. She just killed her own flies with that. Wow. So, despite all my worry about having enough health, I managed to kill Mom without taking any damage. Kill Mom's Heart. So, I guess that's the second run. I get to end with full health, which is pretty sweet. And I got something unlocked. Let's look at the collection. I actually have to skip those end cutscenes because they'll get picked up by the YouTube content ID stuff, which is I have my opinions on, but I'm not going to bore you with them. So secrets found. Ah, the Noose. I do not know what unlocks the Noose, but the Noose is a really nice secret room item. If you open up a secret room, you can find a Noose, and a Noose is free flying. You know, you can never say no to free flying. I mean, what are you gonna find in that room? Maybe 6 coins. Instead, you find a Noose. That sounds good to me. But so that's all we actually unlocked from that run. At the start of next run, I will let you know what that actually unlocked because of. I have a feeling it might just be because I've beaten Mom's Heart twice. There are a few unlocks that just do that. If you remember, the bean was because I destroyed enough poop. I don't remember how much poop that is. Book of Belial was from last run. Cain was having the 55 cents, and Lucky Foot goes with having Cain. When you unlock Cain, you also unlock the Lucky Foot. But that means next run is going to be random. I have everybody but Blue Baby, but Blue Baby is one of those characters that is pretty interesting. It's a lot of fun, but can also be a pain in the ass. So, but next time I will definitely random, and we'll see what we get. I will be able to start explaining other characters to you guys. As you can see, we've got some. He starts with like no health. It's pretty ridiculous. But until then, play more games.